Hello and welcome back to my channel. I know you're wondering why am I still wearing pajamas and my hair looks a mess. I mean, it always looks a mess, but today I will be showing you how I get ready. It's just a quick get ready with me. I feel like chatting to you guys and I hope you join me and enjoy this video. It's essentially a 0 to 100, more like 75. If you would like to know how I get from this to this, just keep on watching. So I already washed my face, moisturized it. I forgot to close my window. Great. I'm going to do my hair really quickly and then we'll get on with the makeup, which is the main part. I'm just going to speed through it and watch some Umbrella Academy.
Fun and games are restricted to Saturdays between noon and 12:30 noon. But weird. You will never come up here again.
Okay, the hair is done. But you just love your hair after a fresh trim, feeling those ends nice and healthy. I think I'm gonna keep the window open because it's actually really warm and it makes me so excited for spring and summer. Are you more of a wintry autumn person or are you all about the spring and summer? Because I'm definitely like a spring and summer person. I hate winter. I could have winter for 2 weeks during Christmas and I'd be fine with it. Okay, but let's do my face. I'm going to take my current favourite foundation, which is the Infallible 24 Fresh Wear Foundation. I'm in the shade Rose Ivory. I did a wear test on this. If you have missed it, go and watch it. It's really, really good. This lasts on my skin. It gets a little bit dewy throughout the day, but it is very long wearing and it doesn't budge throughout the day when you blot or whatever, so it's a very good foundation. I love it. And I've been doing my hair for so long that my sponge has dried a little bit. So my trick for this is to have a spray bottle handy, re-dampen it a little, and then I'm gonna put the foundation on my face. I apply about 2 layers, but very, very thin ones. I think it just looks a little bit better than one thick layer. So what's new with you guys? I need to talk to you guys. A lot of you have gone missing. I still keep in touch with some of you. I speak to Janice, who won the giveaway that I did on my channel. Shout out to Janice. If Ro is watching this, I'd love to know. How are you? Sandy, how are you? How is life, ladies? I miss talking to you. And I think this is a great opportunity to get in touch in the comments. Still can't believe we've passed 600 subscribers on my channel. It's just mind-blowing how many of you have took the time to watch my videos. I love doing this, and if this ever becomes my job, I will be the happiest person in the world. It combines all of my passions. I love doing makeup. I always have. I love obviously video and photography. That's my bachelor's degree. I did photography and video for those who don't know. So this is the job for me, you guys, and you're helping me to fulfill my dream, and I'm forever grateful for that. What series are you into at the moment? That's my another question to you. I started watching the Umbrella Academy. It's a bit like X-Men. It's based on a comic or a book, I believe, by Gerard Way. The guy, I think it's the same guy. The same guy that is in My Chemical Romance. I might sound very stupid if it's not, but I think that's who he is. Unless it's just a the same name. It's very like sci-fi, end of the world kind of thing, but it's interesting. Definitely something new and fresh, although I don't really watch sci-fi, Teen Wolf. What other ones are there? Vampire Diaries. I was never into that thing, and I don't know whether it's the same or not, but I do recommend it. Really like it. Another one that I watched recently on Netflix was The Russian Doll. I can't say that I really liked it. It didn't blow me away. It's worth watching, but it's not like I'm gonna rewatch it ever again. That's very strange because I rewatch pretty much every single series that I've ever watched. That kind of indicates that it was just more of a meh. For my concealer today, I'm taking Liquid Camouflage from Catrice. I don't know why, I just haven't used this in a very long time. Tested out a lot of concealers in the past like month or two. Since the new year, to be fair, I've tested out like 3 or 4 and I always come back to this. However, if you don't like fragrance in your makeup, you probably won't like this. Fragrance is quite strong, probably a little too strong for under eye concealer. As you can see, it has a very nice coverage, and once I set it, it stays put, doesn't move, and it looks great all day. However, before eye powder, another product that I've been using constantly is the, what have I done there? Revolution Matte Base Concealer in 13.5. I tested this out in my matte base collection release thing. Since then, I found the best way to apply it is putting some on the brush that I will be using to blend this with. Use a tap and pull motion, and it is more of a like a natural contour bronzer shade on me. It is quite warm. I always have been a fan of cream contour. If you're a oily skin person, don't be afraid of cream contour, especially if you have acne prone skin. That creamy texture will help to avoid emphasizing your texture on your face. You can make it look very natural, you can make it very dark, you can blend it in more. There's a lot you could do with this, and this particular product blends in like a dream. And my all-time favorite like foundation brush is the Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques, and I use that to blend my contour bronzer in. If you feel like it's too strong, you can always take your foundation brush, or if you've used a sponge, just tap the edges with your sponge. So just add a little bit more warmth with this product, just so I don't look super flat. To give it a little bit more contrast and to kind of spice things up, I'm going to take my Infallible More Than Concealer, and I have the shade Porcelain. The only reason I didn't use this on its own is because I picked out a shade that's too light for me. I'm only adding the tiniest bit under my eyes, but you'll see how this will brighten everything. Still added too much actually. I think I just need to get a new shade. My everyday makeup look usually focuses on skin. That's why I'm taking my time with it. And as always, I'm taking a little bit of RCMA No Colour Powder to set my under eye. I always take a little bit of powder on my sponge, set my chin, and then the middle of my forehead. I'm going to take the Revolution HD contour powder thing, and I'm taking the lightest contour shade to add a little bit more definition on my cheeks. The reason why I'm using a fluffy brush is because I don't want this to be too harsh, and I can blend in immediately as I'm putting it on. Just a little bit more on my brush, going the sides of my nose, just so I don't look pale. Time to do my brows. For my everyday, I don't always use pomade. It depends on the eye look. Today is going to be super minimal, I think. I really want thick brows today, even if my eye look is going to be minimal. So I'm just going to fill my brows as always. What I do is start from the bottom aim for my arch, just go straight line, and then I define my arch. Fill this in, and slowly with the remaining amount of product, I blend all of this in. And then using a spoolie, I blend that first initial line in with everything else. I always try to make my brows as even as possible. I always fail. I just accepted the fact they are not the same. Which brow do you like better? One behaves one day a little bit better, and then I like the other one a little bit better than the other day. Let's do some eyeshadow. For my everyday makeup look, I don't prime my lids. As you saw whilst I was doing my concealer, I just dragged a little bit on my lid as well, some concealer on my lid as well, and I usually use one brush. What do I want to do today? I'm just going to grab the contour palette and take the powder shade, and I'll drag that powder onto my lid all over. Sometimes I don't do anything. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna have any eyeshadow today, but I do need to highlight. I Heart Revolution Rose Gold Glow, and I'm taking the pinky shade and a dab of the gold shade, and I gently start to finesse this into my skin. Take my damp sponge and dab this in. It gives you that wet look. It just helps the pigment dissolve. And then I reapply a little bit more, and again blend it in with the sponge. Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and my bridge. And then with the same shades, the same combo, highlight the inner corners of my eye. I'm going to highlight my brow bone and join what I have here. I need an actual shadow because I can see eyelid creasing. I'm going to take a very simple nudish colour, but this is an actual eyeshadow. The powder from Revolution is a little bit too thin. That's a bit better. See, now I want something in my crease. This beautiful sun outside has inspired me a little bit. I'm going to take Bright Tangerine from Coastal Scents, one of my favourite shades ever, and I'm taking it on the end of a very fluffy brush, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to put it on my lower lash line. Why has my concealer creased? Excuse me. And of course I'm blending this in by blending it down a little bit. And if there's nothing on the top lid, it's going to look quite weird. So I'm just going to add a quick wing. Actually, I'm going to add a half wing. Like so. I actually decided to add a little bit of Keen, the yellow shade from the Carnival palette, and highlight my inner corners with Moony. I love this look. It looks very neon and very fresh and very summery. I love it. I'm curling my lashes and adding the Mascara Revolution from Revolution. Ignore the noise outside, we're almost done. For my lips today, I will be mixing MAC Myth. And on top of this, I will be taking Maybelline 50 Baddest Beige. I know this video was probably very different for me, but I just wanted to get ready with you guys and ask you a few questions. Make sure to leave comments down below because I just want to get in touch. Despite the unusuality, if that's even a word, of this video, I hope you have enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.